Welcome to review topic number 3, multiplying polynomials. Rules you will need to follow as you are multiplying is you're going to multiply the regular numbers or coefficients and constants, and you're going to add exponents or powers. They do have to be on the same variable, but we won't see really anything that doesn't have the same variable in this section. And then just watch out and make sure that you are distributing. For example, over here on the left, we have monomials, and mono means 1. So this means you only have one term in front. So as I'm multiplying these two things together, 10 times 3 is 30. And if I put the a's together, I have 3 a's over here, and this is technically 1a right here. 3 plus 1 gives me 4. So I'm multiplying the numbers out front, adding the exponents. And then 2b's plus 5b's is b to the 7th power. And that's it. The next one does have parentheses. You would multiply the negative 3x times the 4x cubed. Negative 3 times 4 is negative 12. And x to the first times x to the third, 1 plus 3 is 4. Then negative 3 times negative 7 is positive 21. And there's no extra x's, so it's just going to stay x to the first. Last one of this type, we're going to distribute. So make sure you distribute all the way. So let's start with the 5 times, this is really a 1c squared. 5 times 1 is 5. And 2 plus 2 is 4. Then I move on to the next one. Oops. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. And 2 plus 1 is 3. And then 5 times 6 is 30. C squared, because there's no extra c's on the 6. The only difference with a binomial, bi means 2. So you will have to FOIL this out or use the box method. FOIL stands for first. So you multiply the first 2. 2 times 3 is 6. And x to the first times x to the first, 1 plus 1 makes 2. So that's x squared. Then the O stands for outside. So that's going to be basically the first one and the very last one. The ones on the outsides, basically. Now, 2 times negative 7 is negative 14. And there's only one x in between the two of those, so it's just x. Then the I stands for inside, which stands for the 2 inside here. 3 times 4 is 12. Since that's 12, not negative 12, I'm going to put a plus. And then 4 times negative 7 is the last 2 in each parentheses. That's the L. And 4 times negative 7 is negative 28. Then you just have to make sure that you add together these two right here in the middle because they're both x's. Negative 14 plus 12 is negative 2x. And then the negative 28 at the end and the 6x squared in the front stay there as part of the answer. Now, if you don't like that method, it can be a lot to keep track of sometimes. Here's the other method you are allowed to use. Draw a box like this and write x plus 8 on one side and x minus 10 on the other. Then draw a line after the x in a line after the x. And you're still going to do the same math we were doing up above, like x times x is x squared, and x times negative 10 is negative 10x, and then x times 8 is 8x, and 8 times 10 is 80. Sorry, negative 10 is negative 80. Then you will always, every time, add these two together. They should always be the same variable, which is x instead of x squared. 8x plus negative 10x, or 8 plus negative 10 is negative 2x. And then the x squared goes in front, and the negative 80 goes at the end. The only thing different about the box method is you use the table to organize your work.